Well, school has ended, and now it's time to figure out what to do with all the kids' schoolwork and art projects that have been brought home. I promise you when I tell you that my kids' stuff is still sitting on the dining room and on the kitchen table. Amanda Thomas with Moxie Girl has some tips to help prevent keepsake chaos. I have no idea what to do with it. And if I do have to throw some of it away, they can't be there when I do it.
Yeah, it's a little bit emotional.
That would be the worst. So you've got some help for us.
We do. Well, the first thing is to plan through the year. So right now I know it's past the time where you can, it's the end of the school year, but be thinking ahead for the next school year. Get some bins like these or some little Rubbermaid drawers and just put each child's name on it. So that way when they bring home stuff through the year, you can put the things in there. You don't even have to think about it. So, you've got your little art projects, your programs from concerts, things like that. Just throw it all in.
All right, so Peyton, done. So, yep. I mean, obviously what you know is trash, you throw it away when they're not there.
Yep.
But then other stuff just go in there.
Yep, absolutely. Just keep it going in there. And then
Peyton. Just making sure.
Yep. So then at the end of the year, what you can do is just go through that box, and you can even go through with your kids and come up with a set number that you want to keep. Or just look for the things that are most important. So if there's a whole lot of pictures that they drew or a whole lot of stories that they've created, pick which ones are their favorites and keep those.
And keep them in here?
You can actually, if you want to, you can. And if you have time to start scrapbooking, we've got some examples of cute little scrapbooks. You can do pictures of them when they did it, and then little pictures of the craft themselves. If you have time for it, great, but otherwise just keep them in there. The great thing is after they graduate, they get married, you can give them that box.
Yes.
And just let it get out of your house, and it's all together, and they have their memories all together.
Right. My parents did the exact thing. They're like, okay, it's time for you to store this now. I'm like, what do I do with it? And the great thing about this is it could, well, if your garage has some air conditioning in it or whatever, you could just keep stacking these out in the garage or the office or something.
Yeah, yep. You just want to be careful. You don't want to put pictures, things like that in the garage because they'll melt together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, what about stuff like this?
Things like this, a lot of heart and soul went into making these cute little art projects. So you don't want to toss them right away. Again, you can put them in the box, but what we recommend doing is taking a picture of them. Especially things like this. This little dragon is so cute, but he's kind of delicate.
Yeah, he's not going to stay looking like this for very long.
No, he's going to get smushed. So take a picture of it, or take a picture of your child with it, and then you have the memory of it and how cute it was.
Yeah, and someone actually told me to take pictures, and then, you can go online and you can make those photo books, and then you could do that.
Yeah, it makes scrapbooking a lot easier if you just have the pictures of it.
Right. Let me just ask you this. Could, Moxie Girl, you guys sort of do everything and you help people. If I had a bunch of pictures online, can I just tell you to go make a photo book?
Yeah.
You guys do that kind of stuff too?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm being serious.
Whatever makes your life easier.
Right.
Yep.
I wish I had time to do all these things, but okay.
Yeah, another cute idea is if you have things that are flat, you have like the little art pieces from preschool, things like that, just frame them. Hang them up in the house. They can make really great artwork if you just put them in a frame and really display them. They're great on top of on the fridge, but how cute are they if they're actually a piece of artwork that you can show some pride in around the house?
And you could put it in your kids' room too. You could. There's a whole wall there that you could start hanging all of their artwork.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Then
yes, please tell me what to do when my kids come home with all of the crayons that are like half used. Do you have a solution?
Yeah, well, first of all, you want to condense it. So if there's anything that you can condense, if you have glue, if you have 3 kids, they probably all have a half-used glue bottle. Condense it into one, keep it. If you do crafts at your own house, great, put it in your craft room. If you don't, donate it. There are lots of shelters and after-school programs that are more than happy to use half-used glue bottles. They'll go through it. It's just the same as new glue. Okay. Crayons, things like that. My favorite thing with crayons is if you put them into, take the papers off, put them into a glass bowl, stick them in the microwave and on low, and melt them down. Then you can use little cookie cutters and pour it in on some wax paper. You make your own little rainbow crayons.
That is a great idea.
Isn't that fun?
Yes.
It's a good little craft project to keep the kids busy on a summer afternoon.
So if I wanted to come over and do crafts with my kids, you could do that too?
Sure.
I know Stephanie's just dying right now. She's like, oh my goodness, you're not saying that out loud. Okay, what else do you have for us?
Things like the pencils, anything that can be used kind of evaluate. Do you want to keep it? I know that a lot of times getting ready for the next school year, the excitement is going to buy the new backpack.
My kids would just die if I said, okay, go get your half-used bottle or box of crayons. We're ready for school this year.
Yep.
That wouldn't fly in our home.
Nope, but it can be used for the at-home crafts if you do them. Like I said, if not, get them out of the house, donate them. Everything from the backpacks, if they're in good condition, if they're broken, just toss them. If the straps are detached and it's had a lot of wear, you don't need to do that. But you can also use them for vacations, car trips, load them up.
You know, I would love it if anyone out there, and you might know too, has a place where I could donate backpacks. Like they're looking for backpacks besides the Goodwill and stuff. So if you guys know of a place, I've got probably about 10 backpacks that I need to get rid of.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Sojourner Donor Center is a domestic violence shelter that we work with.
And they take the gently used stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to give you all my backpacks because I know you're there a lot.
Yep.
Okay, well, these are great ideas. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I guess I have some work ahead of me.